Resist it. As she pulls, I just come in and uppercut, just right in the air. Then palm heel, smash. Right leg in, and I'm going to right it in this way. And then we do palm heel. Then I'm going to check, knee smash, and then grab the other ankle. It's going to be here now. We have, I'm going to be careful of her finger, but we have block left, we have block right. This, I'm going to go up here, so it's going to be up, block, and right. So I'm going to go up, at the same time, I seat down. So I'm slapping here, and then I'm coming up above her elbow as I seat down. And then here comes the right in part. I'm going to pull my right leg in, and I'm going to right it in this way, and then we do palm heel. Then I'm going to check, knee smash, and then grab the other ankle. So I just come down here, and the seating is, I'm just here, I just pick up my feet, and I let gravity do its work. I don't go up and then down. I just pick it up, so I block. At the same time, I'm coming to here, I'm in a leaning horse, leaning this way, putting a little bit of pressure. When I do the right in part, I suck this in. I want to right it in, I want to keep the pressure on, but I don't want to do this, because that just makes her go away. So I'm going to have that little sweet spot as I go in, right into here, and then palm heel to the groin. I can check the neck, then smash, and then grab. Shuffle in, step in, groin shot, check, hit. Ideally, I want to grab the ankle and just push her over. If I have her foot pinned to the floor and I push her over that way, something's got to happen. But sometimes I may not get that. Hit, smash. Sometimes I may be just right here. Then I can just do a soft pull that way and take her back up. In that leaning horse here, I have to get her back. I don't want to just do this, because I haven't really disturbed her base. I'm going to get her back this way, and then I move in. I'm in that little sweet spot. Now, if she wants to go back to center, I just come in and help her out. And what I like to do is when after this, I check her here. I want to check her arm here to protect my groin in here. And then I'm just going to smash and grab here. And then so it's just here. And I want to do things relatively slow. I don't have to go fast. I can go like this, hit, smash. But when I don't give her a chance to react, two is I'm practicing a bunch of slop. So what I want to do is just slow down, make sure, look at myself, I get a good horse stance, lean, shuffle in, good horse stance, hit, smash. So you want to go slow and smooth, and then once you get the good lines and the techniques, then you can ramp up the speed a little bit until a point where you figure out that when I'm just practicing slop, because really what you're doing is you're practicing bad habits, then slow it back down. It's always better to go slower than faster. And she's going to pull me in. As I come in, I can do the uppercut, palm heel, smash, and grab the other leg. So it's just here. Instead of trying to force, resist it, as she pulls, I just come in and uppercut, just right in the hair. Then palm heel, smash, and grab. I just want to go with it. I come in, drop down, uppercut in the ribs, checking my hand here, palm heel. Now to knee, I have to shuffle forward a little bit, and then I grab the other. Now I can just step on the foot, pin it, and push her away, or I could just step on her leg down. She pulls me in, I'm going to go into here. Now it's okay if I go all the way in the longitude. If I'm this far, because that does a couple things. One, it gets me away from the right. I'm moving up the circle this way. She pulls me in. She doesn't have that many targets with the right as long as I'm here. And I hunker down, falling into it here. Being in the longitude position also gives me the option of rolling, genuflexing, and taking her base out. Because if I just do this and I come into here, she hits me with the right, I'd rather get hit here in the back of the head than right here in the face, right in the kill box. So I'm moving outside of the kill box into here. And then I come in, boom, in here. Then I'm going to shuffle forward, knee smash. Now she steps back and I lose control over her. And I don't get the knee smash, I just turn it into a front kick to the knee. Or I can just, I duck, I turn, groin shot, hack, and then I'm going to come up, kick, diaphragm lift, palm heel, groin shot, and then they come in. So from here, I just duck, I pivot, punch the groin, I shuffle in, hack to the leg, then I'm going to come up, kick, diaphragm lift, so my hands are like this, so I'm doing a pincer movement here, and then I come up, palm heel, groin shot, and then I just shove her away, bear hug here. I'm going to come back, I'm going to come up on the ball of my foot as I do a headbutt back here, open up my arms here, and then I'm going to forcefully, boom, I'm going to check, wham, kick, and then I go. So from here, I just go here, because I'm going to get the headbutt here. That's why it's important as your partner grabs you that his or her head is somewhere to the side. It's right in back and you go back, you're going to get a headbutt. So I come into here and then boom, and snap. Here. A couple points. If she's way low down like this, I may not be able to make that work because I can't get my arms out. I might just come down here, do the amygdala, boom, hit, do something else. I'll get in here. So as I got my arms down to here, I can't get out because what makes this work is the degree of separation to create enough velocity going back. If she has me tight like this, I just come down and I do the amygdala, hit, boom, snap that way. Because the way this works, if she grabs me up here, I'm going to be here. It's the headbutt, the distance between my hips and her, and then the velocity that it comes back. And I'm going to be sort of doing like a Superman this way. Because it's harder for her to hold up. I'm not going to do the lower part, but I'm going to lower myself and slide in there. That's the idea.
If he's already knelt down, I don't try to get him up. For my partner in training, that's fine. Okay, because we want to continue through the flow. We want to do other things. But for a real life situation, if I get him in this position and I smack him and I start this figure four, I'm not going to lift him up. I'm going to do what I did when I did the shell drill. I'm just going to rotate around and drop down. Whether you go into a wrist lock from here or whatever you choose to do is up to you. The knees on him work really effectively. You can always take the arm and lay it across you. Now you got a hyperextension there. You can pin it, play Merry Christmas across his body. You can move it along this side here, do the same thing. You can always take from this position a digit and make him comply that way. Add this, then go to the groin and come right back to the digit. But you notice I didn't try to pick him up.
Hey Scott, are you ready? Look at that one.
Now I want you to notice something on this. Yeah. Watch now, you go away now. Okay, now I want you to notice something. We did the shell drill yesterday. We did it Friday night for the folks that were here then, but we did it yesterday as well. When I drop down in the shell drill and I make this strike, look at this movement. If I've got him down here in an arm bar and I go to the figure four, it's essentially just a modification of this movement. In his case, because I had my foot trapped behind his leg, I had to get it out. But I'm still in the same position, aren't I? So what you're learning in all these drills keeps reinforcing things you've learned in other drills. That way you don't have to learn 50,000 things. You simply have to learn that good movement is good movement, sound motion is sound motion. You use it again, you use it here, you use it here, you use it here, you use it here. And you got fewer things to learn, it's just the applications. In your brain, you have, a bazillion brain cells, but you have more synapses. the things that connect them. One brain cell will be attached to several others, not just one cell for one cell for one cell. Now the synapses will get thicker as you use them more and more. And then you get communication one way through the core, communication the other way through the outer part of it. But they'll get thicker. They've taken carpenters and done autopsies on their brains and whatnot and found that they have very thick synapses in certain areas. The areas in which they work with their hands and do the tools, the planing and this, that, and the other stuff, off of their cabinet making, for example. Much thicker there. They take physicists and do it in another area because their brains are working in a different area. And you do the same thing, but you have many more synapses than you do the cells themselves. The cells are the triggers. You blow up the cell, you blow up the synapses. But the fact is, you want those connections. So what we're doing is we're giving you here this position and this turn, and that's your brain cell, but you can make a little adjustment and you've got a synapse there, and you can make a little adjustment, you get this one, but you're still only beating off of one basic movement. And anytime your art teaches you basic movements like that you're using here, 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 and here, they'll be more quickly ingrained. You've got less to choose from. You know, there's an elegance to God's creation and how He did all of that. Okay? What we need to do is learn how to tap